Welcome back to StrangeCraft. Let's start off with some base progress. Oh yes, I am so happy with how this looks. Like, look at this thing. I'm so happy with this. This thing is absolutely amazing. I'm really happy. We finally have our starter base done. And I made it out of concrete. And that's because, you know, George used a lot of TNT on my last starter base and it blew it up. And concrete is a lot more blast resistant. So hopefully he has a harder time blowing up my base if he does that again. But yeah, I absolutely love how this looks. It looks kind of dark and evil. And yeah, I just really love the block palette. You know, the purple and the darkness. It really looks like the netherite armor now. It also kind of looks like nether portals. So maybe I'll have to integrate some nether portals into some of my future builds in the same style. But yeah, I really like this thing that comes out the top. It's like there's power surging through this thing. Like the glowstone is a power source, and this base is really just you know, collecting this sort of powerful entity, this source of power. I don't really know what to call it. I didn't completely spawn proof everything, so stuff can spawn up here. I did make this little platform. I also made these little legs on it where the glowstone kind of comes up. I really love the dark purple, you know, color scheme with the yellow glowstone going around it. I was considering doing sea lanterns instead of the glowstone because I thought that would also look cool, but I did like the yellow with the purple a little bit more, and I'm able to actually trade for the glowstone, so it did work out well. I like this little part that I added in. So you have light coming in through the doorway that's kind of hidden behind the purple glass, and I had to put some stuff on the inside here to kind of hide that. And I do need to get like a sorting system in here. I'm not sure if I want to do an automatic sorter here or, you know, just put a bunch of chests against a wall. I also need the decorate in here, and I'm really not like a builder, so I'm not too into this stuff, but I definitely like, I'm so proud of this build. Like, I just want to say I'm so proud of this build because normally I'm super technical. I don't do very much stuff that's like aesthetic, and this is just pure aesthetic to me. And, you know, I'm not really known for this stuff, and I'm not really the best at this stuff, but I will say that building something like this and watching it just come together piece by piece is one, it's time consuming. Like this took a crazy amount of time. And you can probably tell because this video came out so much later than my most recent video, but also it just feels amazing. It feels really amazing to put something like this together and have it in your world where you can just come back home and you just see this gorgeous build that you made, that you put your blood, sweat, and tears into, and it just looks amazing. And you did that, you know, and you made it. It's like building furniture from IKEA. You just feel really good, like you accomplished something afterwards, you know, as I fall to my death. But yeah, I'm really stoked on this. I'm really glad with how it came together. I'm looking forward to using this as my little starter base here for the near future. You may notice this pillar over here. You may be asking me, Dustin, what is that pillar? What does that do? And that thing is ugly. It's just in the sky. And that pillar is there because I'm marking out where my mega base is going to go. It's going to be near my little starter base right here. I'm going to make my mega base here. And that's going to be my huge upside down pyramid all-seeing eye thing that I've been wanting to do for months now. That I wanted to do in the first season. Now I'm going to do it in this season. And I'm really looking forward to having this come together. And I built that all the way up to build height just to give myself an idea of the size of it. It's also gonna come out pretty far. Like, I imagine it's probably gonna come out this far on all sides, which is really cool. I'm really looking forward to starting on this, but we're not gonna work on that for a while. What I actually plan on doing in this episode is we're gonna blow some stuff up. And you're like, okay, what are we gonna blow up? Well, you guys voted in the Discord, so thank you everyone who is being active in the Discord and communicating with me, because I know what you guys want, and you guys voted on making an industrial area. So I know DK, little Belthy himself, is working on an industrial area kind of far away. You have to get to it through the nether roof, and I want to build something over near his industrial areas just so I can hang out with him and be buddies with him, you know, because he's a fun guy. I really like him a lot. And we are going to build our industrial area out there, and I plan on blowing that up with TNT. And it's going to take a lot of TNT to blow up the area that I want to blow up. It's going to be a huge area. I want to do you know, 128 times 128. I think that's 256. So it's going to be 256 diameter, 128 radius, all the way around. I might just make it a big square. I might make it a circle. I'm not really sure yet. But it's going to take a lot of TNT. Like, it takes half a stack just to blow up one little section. That's probably going to make a, you know, 5x5 hole. So, you know, half a stack for a 5x5 hole, 5x5, all the way up to, you know, 256. That's a lot of TNT, right? So what we need to do is collect gunpowder and sand. And Koala has actually made us a mob farm, a general mob farm. And he said I could convert that into a mob farm for just creepers and spiders. So we're going to go over to the mob farm and actually convert that into a mob farm for just creepers and spiders, so that we can collect a bunch of gunpowder to make the TNT. You guys have probably seen mob farms that are similar to this, where they go around, they have the water dropping down and the mobs all drop. So you guys can see here kind of how it works. The mobs are going to spawn here, and then they're going to fall off to the edge. They're going to drop down, and then there's a killing area underneath. I'm going to turn this into a creeper-only mob farm. I'm going to need lots of trees because we're going to have to put trapdoors above us to make it so that only creepers and spiders spawn here. So I need a lot of trees to do that. So we're going to go pay the shopping district a little visit. So here we are in the shopping district, and it's been a while since we've been here, so there's been a lot of progression made here. A lot of new shops are popping up, which is great to see. And I'm here for logs. So this is the what's it called? The initiation area that Justin built, and he actually turned this into his log shop. So he literally just put a sign outside: morning log shop, 1 diamond per stack. So I'm gonna buy myself some wood. Okay, so 27 diamonds later, and we have a lot of logs sitting over here in our ender chest now. So we need to turn these into trapdoors, and we're gonna trapdoor the the mob spawner so that we can get tons of TNT. Let's go back to the mob spawner. Okay, so about an hour later, we're back here at the mob farm, and now if we look at this thing, you can see every layer, it has that little thing above it. These are all the trap doors. So these are mostly spruce trap doors because that's the kind of wood that I bought. Put all the spruce trap doors here. And now what I need to do is I need the AFK, the little AFK spot up there, and start collecting up creepers and also spiders. So I'll see you after tonight in a little AFK session, and we'll catch up and see how many drops, how many gunpowder this thing is really gonna give us. Okay, so I AFK'd overnight, and the results are absolutely crazy. So if we look in here, we can see, okay, there's some gunpowder, but also look at this. How many shulker boxes is that? 8 shulker boxes full of gunpowder. So we can turn that into a lot of TNT so we can do our thing. Now we just need some sand to go along with that, and I don't really want to mine it myself. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pay someone else to do that. I know we have a new stranger on the server who said he'd be happy to do that. I'm gonna pay him 2 diamond blocks per shulker box of sand, so I'm gonna pay him to do that, and he's gonna get that because once we get the sand and the TNT, we can make all the boom boom stuff, and then we can go boom boom and start working on this industrial area. I'm so excited. Okay, so I just came back from paying level 50 Hornist a little visit. I showed a little clip of it just now of me paying him for the goodies. I gave him a little tip, and that's mostly just because he asked for it. But also, yeah, I always like throwing in tips whenever we do a deal. You guys know that because I've been giving Fish a lot of extra stuff whenever he does deals. And check this out, check this out, check this out. This is amazing. Sand, 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 sand. Now that cost me a lot of diamonds. How many diamonds did that cost me? I guess 4, 5, 6. 6 times 2, 12 whole diamond blocks just for this sand. So it's expensive. I might go doing some digging on my own in the future to get more TNT so we can make some more boom boom. But I think that was money well spent, because I'm sure he spent a lot of time on that. And I happen to just have the diamonds, and now he's all paid, and I have the sand. So now we can start making TNT and going boom boom. I really just want to reiterate how thankful I am that Hornist did this for me, because I know he spent a lot of time getting the sand, and I don't want to do that all myself. So thank you so much to Hornist for you know, doing business with me and collecting all this sand and letting me pay him. Okay, so now I have all of the gunpowder and sand on me, and I also just did the math, and I found out that I'm gonna need 6,500 stacks of TNT to blow up the area that I want to blow up. And I'll show you a screenshot of the area I want to blow up on the screen right now. Now this is a 256 by 256 block area, and I've been testing with this, and I found out that I need about half a stack of TNT to blow up just 5 by 5 area. So I kind of think that I'm defeated here, and this is going to be impossible. And in the future, I'm going to have to make flying machine TNT duplicators to make this hole. And I've done that in a video before, because I've seen Mumbo Jumbo has made a video on this. But even before I saw that Mumbo Jumbo has done this, I've always wanted to do this. So I made a video on how to do this before. I've never done it in survival. So I think this would be a good time to do this in survival. But today we're going to use up all this resources that we have collected, and we're going to go ahead and blow up as much of the area as we can, and we'll kind of get an idea of just how big of a project this is. And to put the 6,500 stacks of TNT into perspective, that would be 250 shulker boxes full of TNT. So yeah, I'm pretty defeated. I'm going to have to use TNT duplicators to do this. But you know, for now, let's just blow some stuff up and get an idea of how big of a project this is really going to be. And to get over to the area, I'm gonna want to set up a nether portal on the roof that goes to where I'm gonna be doing this industrial area. You know, netherrack is also part of the equation, because I'm gonna space out the TNT with a netherrack in between. So I'm gonna bring over some netherrack with me. And I'm also going to bring over the materials needed to make a nether portal over there, just so that I can have a nether portal that goes straight to the industrial area where I'm going to be building. So let's do all that. To get onto the nether roof, I've literally just been using DK's portal up here on top of the platform base. So once we get in here, I think this is the first time we've gone onto the nether roof in this season. So once we get in here, you can see there's a path made, and this actually goes over to the industrial area that DK is currently working on, and he's just digging his out, which is crazy. That's gonna take him forever to do, like literally months to dig out. And you know, I'm all about my automation and making sure things are automated and easy for people. So that's definitely the route that I think I should be going. So here's his area to the area that he's working on. So now I need to do some calculations and figure out where I need to put my nether portal on the roof here to get to the area that I'm going to be working on. Okay, so this is directly west of DK's area, so hopefully I did all of this correctly. So let's light this up and hop through, and hopefully we end up in the right location. So by the looks of it, it looks correct. Oh my gosh, there's so many mobs. And I think this is gonna be our home. So we're gonna blow up all this. This is gonna look completely different when we're all done. So this is going to be an absolute massive project that I'm honestly super frightened to get started just because of its size. Okay, so I just mapped out what we need to blow up with the netherrack. You can see it there. You can see it over there, there, and there. So that's a 128 radius area. So that's where mobs can spawn around you. So I can make really efficient mob farms. And I'll also be able to make a passive mob farm as well if we're able to clear all this out and make it so that there's no spawnable areas. I also just want to blow it up to the bottom because it'll look really cool. I just want to blow up a big hole around this. And this doesn't look that big, but you also need to consider that we're going from, you know, level 64 all the way down to bedrock. So level 60 or level 5 or whatever, which is a long ways to blow up. That's a lot of blocks. If you think about it, that's a lot of blocks all the way down. And that's a lot of TNT that we're going to need. So this is going to be an absolutely mega project. Okay, so here we are at the bottom of a hole. And what we're going to do is literally do TNT netherrack. And we're going to do this all the way until we get to the top. And hopefully this is going to blow out an area. It's going to be like a 5x5 area. So now that we have all this in place, what we're going to do is light that one and watch the boom booms happen. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so this is my plan. This is it. That's literally my plan. As you can see, it kind of makes a 3x3 hole all the way up. And if we have blocks, you know, the TNT spaced out correctly, we can get a 5x5 hole from one thing of TNT. So I'm actually out of time for this episode, so I'm going to call it here. But in the next one, what we're going to do is we're going to blow up a large chunk of this land using all the TNT that we have and get a little strip going so that we can see, you know, what it's going to look like essentially. But yeah, no, this was a big hole. And yeah, I'm excited to get doing this blowing up stuff. So yeah, if you like this one, definitely leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next one. Cool. Bye-bye.